Good morning, everyone. My name is Garrett Sheehan. I'm President and CEO of the Greater New Haven Chamber of Commerce and Quinnipiac Chamber of Commerce. We're so excited to have you here this morning, day 3 of the 2020 Big Connect presented by Comcast Business. It's obviously been a very different expo, but a great expo so far. Great to be able to connect in any way that we can, especially virtually. And we've had such a great lineup of speakers already, many more to come, more good programming, and in just a few moments, our nonprofit awards. There's plenty of ways that you can connect with people. Please explore the Whova app, the web portal. That's where you can connect with our expo vendors and also other participants, even the speakers. We have a Zoom networking lounge, and we have a big prize, Foxwoods Resort Casino giveaway that you can register for by attending those exhibitors. I'm excited to get underway with our first program this morning. That's our nonprofit awards, the stars align. And every year we want to take this opportunity to recognize those leaders in the nonprofit industry. It's been more difficult this year than any year, and it's always difficult in the nonprofit organizations. But the pandemic has brought on new challenges, new needs, and all of our nonprofits have done such a great job this year trying to navigate through this. And so more so than any year, it's great to be able to recognize those who are making such a big difference in our community. Today is an excellent program. We're also going to hand out our graduate school grant presentations, and you'll just get to hear the stories of what our nonprofits are doing to help change this community. Excited about our sponsor this morning, Mutual of America Financial Group, but also our presenter and our nonprofit resource council that's presented by Mosaic. I now want to introduce Jackie Downing. She's the Director of Grantmaking and Nonprofit Effectiveness for the Community Foundation for Greater New Haven. And Jackie, thank you so much for leading the program and for being such a supporter of our nonprofits.
Thank you, Garrett. Thank you so much, and good morning. I am very happy to be kicking off the third day of the Big Connect, and an exciting day it is. First, we'll present our Stars Align Awards, and then I hope you can stay on to hear the speaker at 9 o'clock. Bill Strick, President and CEO of Manchester Bidwell Corporation, will inspire us all with this presentation, Hope is the Cure for Cancer of the Human Spirit. Manchester Bidwell is the model that inspired our own CONCAT in New Haven. Mr. Strickland's best-selling book, Make the Impossible Possible, gives us his philosophy. Success is the point where your most authentic talents, passion, values, and experiences intersect with the chance to contribute to some greater good. This is the perfect match for today's program, where we see the intersection of giving that can amplify success. It is my honor to host the Chamber's Breakfast Hour, which is set aside for recognition of our region's mission-driven organizations and their leaders. I'm often challenged by labeling these organizations the nonprofits, although that is what they are. But the nonprofit industry is the only industry identified by what it isn't, nonprofit. I don't think that a term like profit-driven would be an acceptable label for our everyday services, professionals, and retailers. So that's why I'm challenged by nonprofit. It tells us what they aren't. What nonprofits are is resilient and necessary and underfunded and very well run. When we all retreated to shelter in place, our nonprofits were there still providing shelter each night for people without homes. They were still providing breakfast, lunch, and dinner to those who did not have food. They were still providing programming and services to the intellectually and developmentally disabled. They were providing the online entertainment that kept us and still keeps us all sane, our escape through music, dance, drama, comedy, and art. Our hospitals and clinics are nonprofits, and we all know the extraordinary commitment to serving the public they've made over the last 8 months. You can see in this slide the way we group nonprofits. You'll see as you look at these groups that they have all been quite active for the last 8 months. What nonprofits are the fallback. When the federal or state or local government cuts back on funding for vital services, the nonprofits do not stop providing those services. When people who have never been hungry or homeless or hopeless swell the numbers of people seeking services as they have over the last 8 months, nonprofits answer the call. We turn to the nonprofits, the resilient, necessary, underfunded, and well-managed nonprofits, and miraculously, the void is filled. almost every time. And I say almost every time because sometimes the burden is just too much. Sometimes there are waiting lists. Sometimes there's no more food, no more beds, no more shows, no more mentors. Right now, many nonprofits are facing an existential threat. The pandemic has wreaked havoc on our economy, and nonprofits and for-profits alike are facing the same threat. But if soup kitchens can't provide food and the shelters can't provide beds, what will happen to those in need? If the theaters and concert halls are shuttered, where will we go to learn, to explore, to relax, and to find respite? If after-school programs can't take our kids, where will they go? So we have to understand as we move through this difficult time that we can make a difference in our community by supporting nonprofits. My mother raised me on a lot of one-line zingers, you know, those phrases that just shut you down and take away every argument you thought you had. She said, "I felt bad because I had no shoes. Then I met a man who had no feet." So we're all facing difficult times. But if you can make a small difference in someone else's life, now's the time. Nonprofits are dependent upon resources to meet the needs of our community, and those resources can come from you. So I'm asking you today to think about supporting our nonprofit community in a few ways. The first one is easy, financial support. Make a donation today to an organization that's doing work that is meaningful to you. Did you go to an after-school program? Do you purchase original art for your home? Do you enjoy hiking or sailing or biking? Do you go to the theater or music events? Find an organization doing something you enjoyed last year and help ensure that they'll be here next year. A fun way to support is to participate in their online fundraisers. Spelling bees, bingos, trivia nights, galas, concerts, inside tours, cooking, fitness classes, online auctions, and more. You're not going out Friday night. Why not support a nonprofit and have some fun from the safety and comfort of your home? You may literally be the ticket that keeps them alive. Consider how your business can benefit from an association with a nonprofit. Can your marketing department create for a nonprofit and write off the time you spend with them? Is there a nonprofit whose customers and clients are your customers and clients? Nonprofits are not your competition, they're your partners. Cause-related marketing is a win-win. A partnership can benefit you both. Another way to support nonprofits is to get involved. Each nonprofit has a board of directors, a group of community folks who are passionate about the cause and bring a variety of skills to the table. Nonprofits need legal advice, financial advice, marketing advice. They need connections to the communities of influence and the communities that they serve. Are you a connector? You will get enormous satisfaction when you hear the reports on the impact of your organization. You'll make valuable personal and professional connections, and you'll have fun. Now, a shameless commercial for the Community Foundation's database of nonprofits, givegreater.org. Go there, search through the hundreds of nonprofits, learn about them, give, and get involved. And now on to the business of today. We are pleased to present 4 awards to nonprofits and their leaders. Who make a difference. We are pleased to present 4 awards to nonprofits and their leaders who make a difference every day. And we will also meet 4 emerging nonprofit leaders who are the recipients of the Graduate Student Loan Reimbursement Grants, made possible by the New Haven Real Estate Foundation Fund at the Community Foundation for Greater New Haven. As a member of the Nonprofit Resource Council, I am pleased and privileged to help honor these outstanding individuals and organizations for their work. I'd also like to recognize the stellar work of the members of the Resource Council's Advisory Committee. In addition to myself, we are Pam Ginty from Mutual of America, Mary Grandy, Denise Henry of Sarah, Nick Bussett, Amber Tucker of FML, and you've already met our co-chairs, Jennifer Ricker and Heather Latorra. We are ably guided by our tireless chamber staff person, Betsy Herlihy. As you can imagine, it was not an easy feat to narrow it down to 4 honorees to represent all of the good work that goes on in the more than 1,200 nonprofits in New Haven County. But we're recognizing 4 who we feel are exemplary. Our first award is the Starburst Award for an individual with up to 5 years professional experience in Greater New Haven nonprofit sector. This year's award goes to Christian Vick. Christian is originally from Springfield, Virginia, and attended Notre Dame Preparatory School in Fitchburg, Massachusetts. Upon graduation, Christian received a full basketball scholarship to Quinnipiac University. Christian starred on the team, becoming a 3-year starter and setting school records for block shots, games played, and field goal percentage. Christian graduated in 2005 with a BA in history. After concluding his professional basketball career abroad, Christian worked as a sports reporter, covering the NBA, NFL, MLB, MLS, and the WNBA, as well as the World Championship Boxing. In 2018, Christian founded the James Vick Foundation, naming the organization after his departed father, and establishing the mission of free sports programming. In 3 years, Christian and his team built the organization, rising from a local nonprofit to a statewide organization. The James Vick Foundation offers basketball, soccer, and women's lacrosse, all free, to a diverse and thriving enrollment spanning 30 different towns in Connecticut, making it one of the biggest free sports programs in the country. The James Vick Foundation was one of the first sports organizations in Connecticut to reopen sports in wake of the global pandemic, and the only non-professional sports organization to mandate COVID-19 protocol as a condition of programming. Christian's passion comes from knowing the transformational impact sports can have on young people. And he works so that children from all communities have the opportunity to play regardless of ability to pay. His vision, his passion, and his drive to make it all work for the kids is the reason we are presenting the Starburst Award to Christian Vick. Now let's learn a little more about the James Vick Foundation.
One more. 3, 2, 1. Keep rolling! Yeah! Woo! Guys, let's go, guys!
And now we have some words from Christian.
Thank you, Jackie. I want to thank the Greater New Haven Chamber of Commerce for presenting me with this incredible honor. The accolade represents a watershed moment for our developing organization. I think I speak for our athletes, parents, and volunteers when I say this is beyond humbling. I want to thank my late father, James Vick, who gave me the vision, and my mother, Beverly Vick, for helping me execute it. I also want to thank Michelle, David, Jody, Celine, Heather, Jackie Downey, who's been a mentor to me, Shay, Rachel, Amanda, Jack, Jean, Kevin, and all our amazing athletes. When I started this organization, my goal was for the mission to one day be as impactful as a YMCA or a Boys and Girls Club. And while I was told numerous times it was impossible, I always believed in the spirit of our kids. It has endured countless challenges and adversity, but here we sit, and I've never been more hopeful for our future. Achieving organizational status was a challenge 3 years in the making. And now our next great challenge, finding a permanent home for our athletics, will be buoyed by this fabulous award. I want to thank everyone. We promise to keep creating opportunities for children, and we need your support. Thank you very, very much.
Thank you, Christian. So congratulations. We're so proud of you. Next, we are presenting the Constellations Award to an organization where a merger between two important nonprofits and a partnership with a for-profit have created a strong organization that has a significant impact on the population it serves, is financially stable, and because of extraordinary professional and board leadership, is sustainable. Urban Community Alliance was created when the New Haven Family Alliance and Veterans Empowering Teens Through Therapeutic Support, or VETS, came together as one. Urban Community Alliance empowers families of color to develop healthy attachments and promote physical, emotional, social, and spiritual well-being while developing a positive connection to their communities. UCA has 3 central beliefs to empower people for success: support self-reliance, nurture healthy families, and bolster civic engagement. To this end, it continues to offer the VETS program, along with intensive family preservation and male involvement network, which helps support fathers and families to care for their children, and juvenile review boards in Hamden and New Haven, which divert juvenile offenders from the juvenile justice system and engages youth having attendance and behavioral challenges in school and in the community. And what makes this more than a simple merger is a management service organization, or MSO, arrangement with Integrated Wellness Group led by Dr. Maisa Akbar. Through a fee-for-service arrangement, for the for-profit Integrated Wellness Group provides financial management, legal oversight, HR services, facility space, and other infrastructure supports to UCA. The stars of VETS, New Haven Family Alliance, and Integrated Wellness Group aligned. And for this, I'm pleased to present the Constellations Award to Urban Community Alliance. I'm so pleased to introduce Executive Director Shirley Ellis West and show you this great video about the Urban Community Alliance. And now a few words from Executive Director Shirley Ellis West.
Good morning. My name is Shirley Ellis West, Executive Director of Urban Community Alliance Incorporated, and it gives me a great pleasure to accept the Greater New Haven Chamber and Affiliates Nonprofit Resource Council Constellation Award on behalf of the Board of Directors, staff, volunteers, children, youth, families, fathers, and veterans that we serve. The merger between the New Haven Family Alliance and VETS Mentoring Program is thoughtful and strategic, involving a great deal of trust between the 3 organizations who diligently work together to make this possible. Many doubted the success of an alliance between a for-profit and a nonprofit organization. Some even thought we were crazy for trying such a new idea. As community-based organizations continue to weather the severe and in many cases permanent shifts in their operating environments caused by the recession and the impact of COVID-19, these types of alliances are important. And I am so pleased that UCA is being recognized for this work. This alliance serves as an innovative model for sustaining support services, resources, and programs that are essential to the success of the children, youth, and families we serve. November 2020 marks year one of the merger, and today we are thriving and excited about our future. We are well positioned to carry out our mission of supporting families by supporting self-reliance, nurturing healthy families, bolstering civic engagement, and committing to social justice. Constellations have existed for all of creation and have been used to relate stories, beliefs, experiences, and mythology. It is almost divine that UCA has been honored with the Constellation Award, as stargazing, astrology, and storytelling have always been personal interests of mine. Therefore, I am delighted to accept this award and thank the Greater New Haven Chamber and Affiliates Nonprofit Resource Council, UCA Board of Directors, staff, volunteers, donors, and community partners for walking in faith with us as we reimagine the next phase of our existence among the stars. And thank you, Big Connect.
Thank you, Shirley. That was terrific. So proud of you and so proud of UCA and all the work that you do. Thank you. I'm going to pause the awards for a bit, and we want to go back to our co-chairs. You didn't get the chance to meet them as planned. Our co-chairs are Heather Latora from Marrakesh and Jennifer Ricker from Concepts for Adaptive Learning, and they have a welcome for you this morning, so we'd like to go back to them now.
Good morning, everyone. Thank you, Jackie. And thank you all for tuning in. I'm Heather Latora, the co-chair of the Nonprofit Council, and this is by far my favorite Nonprofit Council event of the year. If you're asking what other events are there, well, there are plenty. We hold panel discussions, seminars turned to webinars, collaboration and networking opportunities with other nonprofits and for-profit companies. We partner with the other councils from the chamber to present relevant subjects that impact us and assist our communities. This, however, as you began to witness, is an event that recognizes the greatness in our sector, the people, the services, and the collaborations, as well as to present dedicated employees of nonprofits with grants to assist them in paying off their master's level student loans. So this is all good, which is what we need today. So congratulations to you all. I'd like to thank Mosaic for their generous sponsorship of our Nonprofit Council throughout the year. Thank you, Mosaic. And I would like to introduce Jennifer Ricker, who's my partner and co-chair of the Nonprofit Council.
Good morning, everyone. Thank you so much. I don't think Heather could have said it any better. And this is also my most favorite time of the year, when we honor and identify some of the leaders in the nonprofit who are doing such great work. I can't say enough about this not being possible without an amazing steering committee who helps pull it all together. Mary Grande, who just retired from New Reach and still continues to help us. She's led the Nonprofit Council for years. So we're so grateful that she still continues to this day to be such a huge part of us. Denise Henry from Sarah Inc., who has stepped up and really keeps us all organized and on point and all of our meetings moving forward. We wouldn't be here if it wasn't for our CPA, Amber Tucker, who really has helped organize the awards to make sure that we know who everybody is and making sure we know all of the recipients and putting it in pretty spreadsheets, which makes it really smooth. Of course, you've met Jackie Downing, who does so much for the nonprofit community through her work with the Community Foundation for Greater New Haven. And then, of course, Betsy Herlihy, who is our chamber leader and really helps make sure that we can make an impact. We love helping nonprofits, and it's really the work of everybody on the steering committee that makes it possible. So if you're interested in joining us, then please raise your hand and let us know. We're always looking for new members. With that, I would love to throw it back to Jackie Downing to carry on with our awards ceremony.
Thank you, Jennifer, and thank you, Heather. It's great to have your leadership on the council. We're a good group and work together. We're always looking for new members for the steering committee, And we're always looking for participation from the nonprofit community and the for-profit community in our presentations. So we hope to see you all soon. Let's go back onto the awards and let's go to the Sunspot Award. Arte is the winner of the Sunspot Innovation Award. The Sunspot Award goes to an organization employing innovative approaches to success and impact. You'll get a glimpse of Arte's work shortly during our Start with the Arts moment just before 9. But let me tell you a little bit more about them. Arte was co-founded by Daniel Diaz and David Greco in 2004 to create positive change for the Latino community. For decades now, education research has shown that students whose cultural experiences are not an integral part of the school curriculum tend to tune themselves off to education. Lack of activities after school, during breaks in summer, all contribute to negative behavior. Arte is molding youth to do better. Arte develops social networks and cultivates cultural, recreational, and educational resources for youth. It is bridging communities, fostering open dialogues, and breaking down stereotypes by engaging Latinos with non-Latinos. It offers instrumental and voice lessons, visual arts, dancing, photography, college-bound road trips, and family arts and science workshops. And a critical piece to the sun that it shines, Arte's programs are accessible or free to all who don't have the access or exposure of their suburban peers. Accepting the award is co-founder David Greco. David, please join us to say a few words. Looks like we're having some difficulty getting on to David, but we do have some slides for him.
Can you hear me, Jackie?
Yes, now we have you, David. Perfect.
Okay, well, I can start with the slides. I'm sorry, I apologize. I think my internet connection's a little weak. But I'm Dave Greco. I'm the director of Arte Inc. And like Jackie said, I co-founded the organization with Daniel Diaz back in 2004. I'd like to thank the Chamber of Commerce and the Nonprofit Council. If you could back up to the first slide, would be great. I'd like to thank the Chamber of Commerce and the Nonprofit Council for recognizing Arte and the work that we do. I'd like to also congratulate the other recipients. And you'll see a short video on Arte a little bit later in the hour. But I'd like to just quickly go through some slides. Arte is committed to providing enrichment and education that can open the doors to social mobility for disadvantaged youth and families. We serve underserved, underrepresented youth who don't have the same exposure and experiences of their suburban peers. We are creating positive change for families. And like Jackie said, all of our programs are free and open to all youth. Next slide, please. We have numerous youth programs. We currently have 21 programs running. We also have a program called Slate, which teaches middle school kids life and social skills. This is a very, very successful program. We have served thousands of youth. Next. We have a Saturday Arts Academy that we started last year. We've converted everything to virtual this year. This Saturday will be our third Saturday. We already have 47 students signed up. We do the next slide. We do college-bound road trips where we put 8th graders on a bus, take them to a college or university where they tour the campus, they have lunch, they meet similar students. They get to have a full tour of the campus, see the dormitories, and for the first time, they get excited about the possibility of going to college. We also have college readiness programs that helps juniors and seniors in high school prepare for college, apply for college, complete the FAFSA, and help them get into college. And it's important not only to get into college, but to stay in college. Next slide, please. We've awarded over $93,000 in scholarships since we started in 2004. Next. We have taken 3 cultural educational trips to Puerto Rico. And these are students who have graduated from some of our programs that qualify for the trip. They stay at the University of Puerto Rico for 5 nights. Each morning there's a lecture by a professor at the university, and then we take trips around the island to different sites and things that tie in with the lesson plan that they learned in the morning. The last couple of nights they stay in a hotel and get to enjoy themselves at the beach and the pool. These are amazing trips and really amazing experiences for the kids. The next slide. We do cultural events and exhibits, including the New Haven Public Schools art exhibit every year. That's a really great show. Next. We have 17 years of Hispanic heritage programs. We do a series of events, including this year we did a family science workshops, which was all done virtually with 187 families participating, including picking up supplies for hands-on science experiments at home with Yale scientists. This year we ran a couple of contests, the performance challenge and the copycat contest. You'll learn a little bit more about that during our video later in the hour. Next. Next slide. Nope, next one. Each year we partner with Wishing Wheels in Wallingford, in Brantford. They supply us with bicycles that we give away to needy families in the community. We've given away 45 bicycles last year alone. We also have a annual holiday greeting card design contest, and we're developing a social justice quilt where individual students can create a panel with their own social justice message, and then we're sewing them all together to create a large quilt. Next slide. Since COVID-19, we've converted all of our programs to virtual, including Hispanic Heritage. We've contacted our students and our families to monitor their needs and find out what they, keep tabs on them and make sure they're doing well. We've helped with food drives. We've purchased $6,500 in gift cards from a grocery store to give out to families. We've secured and distributed additional $9,500 in restaurant and grocery store gift cards. I just secured a grant for $10,000 to buy additional food resources for families. We've personally baked 400 cookies and delivered them to families in our programs with encouraging notes. And we've helped Yale Exploring Science develop their program online and increase their attendance. Again, I thank the committee, I thank Jackie for the nomination, and we're really pleased to receive this award. And again, you'll be hearing a little bit more about us later in the hour. Thank you so much.
Congratulations, David. Congratulations, Arte. Te deseo lo mejor del mundo. We are so happy to be able to present the award to an organization that has pivoted so. And David mentioned a few things that his organization did that they've never done before because of COVID. There are many nonprofits that have stepped up, realized the need within the families that they've served for other reasons, that suddenly there was a need for food and need for comfort. So baking cookies, is that a nonprofit's job? Probably not, but what joy you did and brought to these organizations by baking cookies. So congratulations, David, for all the work. Our last award is our legacy, our Stellar Legacy Award. We started with a Starburst Award, someone who's burst onto the nonprofit scene in the last 5 years. We end our awards with the Stellar Legacy Award, which celebrates an individual with more than 20 years of professional service in Greater New Haven. A graduate of the University of New Haven, Diane Tannenbaum served as the executive director of Heart United for the past 38 years. With seed money for its first group home in 1982, the agency, under Diane's leadership and dedication, has expanded over the years, serving clients with special needs throughout Connecticut. Each day, Heart serves nearly 300 people living in group homes, independent apartments, and community care homes. Diane has served as the chairperson for the World Games Special Olympics, is a lecturer for home health agencies, a member of the DDS Program Review Committee, and Hamden's Youth Service Bureau's Special Needs Advisory Group. She also holds court-appointed plenary guardianship and fiduciary guardianship positions. With all this on her plate, it sounds like it's a good thing she has recently retired from Heart United so that she can keep working in our community. This is a life of public service that we are honored to celebrate with the Stellar Legacy Award. Let's hear what her friends and coworkers had to say about Diane Tannenbaum.
Congratulations, Diane.
Congratulations.
Take care.
Hi, I'm Susan Badalino. I have been with Heart now for 20 years, and Diane has been a wonderful boss and coordinator for Heart United, and we're going to miss her very much, and I want to congratulate her. Okay, God bless.
Hi, my name is John Dinglaw. I've been with Heart for 4 years. Diane has been a wonderful role model in caring for this topic population. Thank you for the honor of working with you. Enjoy your award.
Heartfelt. Diane, do you have a few words for us? I'm hoping we can get Diane to join us.
I don't know why my video.
Good morning, Diane. You'll get your video worked out in a bit. Perfect.
Here we are. I am so honored to receive this award today from the from the Chamber of Commerce, the New Haven Chamber of Commerce, and of course the Community Foundation, where we started with getting seed money, which was then called the New Haven Foundation. In leading a nonprofit agency from the grassroots and up for 38 years, I could never have asked for a more rewarding and meaningful career. To advocate for individuals with special needs that were not only abused and imprisoned in institutional settings in the early 1980s until today, where inclusion, ability beyond disability, and work opportunities are now available and in some cases required. These are major achievements we collectively have all reached. And still we need to work harder and listen more to the voices of self-advocacy groups that have been speaking throughout communities throughout this country. Let us all work together to fight for the rights of individuals with special needs to have the freedom and the choices that we all cherish. And now I would like to thank the Heart Volunteer Board of Directors, the dedicated Heart employees, and especially our clients. Also, Dr. Lawrence Tannenbaum, who worked with parents and the state of Connecticut, the Hampden Provost Club, and the Community Foundation for not only granting us the seed money, but helping us to stay strong right now as they are the Community Foundation. Lastly, I want to thank and give cheers and applause for the Heart critical and essential employees who continue to place their lives at risk for the benefit of keeping our clients safe. Thank you.
Thank you, Diane. Wonderful. Critical and essential employees. Critical,
Yes.
essential. Absolutely. Absolutely. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Now I'm pleased to go back to our sponsor for the day before we go on to the graduate student program. I'd like to recognize our sponsor for this morning. Normally, Mutual of America buys us a beautiful breakfast. We have coffee and tea and hot cocoa and these wonderful little quiches from the best caterer. This morning, we weren't able to do that. I brought my coffee along. I hope you brought yours. But I'd like to go back and recognize Pam Ginty, who is a part of the advisory committee, who's also a big part of making today possible. Pam, can you tell us a little bit about Mutual America and your role here?
Sure. Thank you, Jackie. Well, good morning, everybody. Well, it's both an honor and a privilege to sponsor the 4th annual Big Connect Nonprofit Stars Align Awards program. My name is Pam Ginty, and my company, Mutual of America, specializes in providing full-service group retirement plans to nonprofit organizations and their employees. For those of you that don't know, Mutual of America was established in 1945 as a retirement plan for nonprofit organizations through a $10,000 grant from the United Way. In addition to helping you with your retirement needs, each year, Mutual of America, through a Community Partnership Award, recognizes several nonprofit organizations for their outstanding services in the community. The winners of the Community Partnership Award will receive a generous cash prize, and a documentary video will be made about their organization. Now, this year, the 2021 Grand Prize Award will be $50,000. And the deadline to complete the applications this year has been extended to May 1st, 2021. And you do not have to be a client of Mutual of America to win this award. If you're interested in learning more about the Community Partnership Award, you can send me an email at hartford@mutualofamerica.com. Again, that's hartford@mutualofamerica.com, or you can give me a call at 860-930-7599. I'd like to thank you again, and I hope you enjoy the rest of the program. And Jackie, I'll turn it back to you.
Thank you, Pam, and thanks for all you do for the Nonprofit Resource Council. We appreciate your partnership and the partnership of Mutual of America. And now we're going to go on to our graduate student loans grants. These grants are made possible by the New Haven Real Estate Foundation Fund at the Community Foundation for Greater New Haven. This program awards payment toward graduate student loans for people who are currently employed by nonprofits in the human service fields in Greater New Haven. We look at professional experience, volunteer work, and the applicant's commitment to Greater New Haven. This is the 4th year of this program, and once again, we are very pleased to be able to assist such a great group of promising leaders. Let me tell you a bit about each of our awardees this year. Tony Evans has a bachelor's degree from Southern Connecticut State University and earned a master's in social work with a concentration in group work from UConn. She provides in-home clinical support to foster children and families in her role as a therapeutic foster care clinician at the Boys and Girls Village of Milford. Tony works with adolescents and at-risk youth who encounter daily challenges and struggles. In her essay, Tony tells us, "I want to be able to create a space where therapeutic expression becomes normalized and safe. I want to create a space where the helping professionals look like the populations they are serving. I want to be able to have an impact and give back to youth in Greater New Haven area so that they know they are heard, cared for, and important. Even if it is only one child, my hope is that I make an impact in their life to help them succeed in the future." Tony, I'm sure you will have an impact on many more children than one. Congratulations. Lyndon Grazier has a master's degree from Bryn Mawr College, Graduate School of Social Work and Social Research, where she was named a Patricia Chapman Scholar. Lyndon is a job coach with New Haven Works, a role that started just before the pandemic hit. While a newcomer to the professional side of the nonprofit industry, she is not a stranger to the nonprofit world, having consistently pursued volunteer opportunities, serving as a foster parent, on the boards of civic and faith-based organizations, staffing events, and poll watching. Lyndon's essay, says, my return to school was predicated on the hope that I would be better able to assist others in actualizing their innate potential, attaining their own definition of success, and providing stability for my community. My current position allows me to assist members in achieving their employment goals, which in turn strengthens New Haven's various neighborhoods. I hope to expand my expertise in this role, learning, growing, enabling me to better serve the wider community and my profession. Congratulations, Lyndon. With a bachelor's in child studies and an anticipated master's in counseling and human services, both from Post University, Ebony Joyner is committed to helping others. In addition to her position as a behavior support professional at Marrakesh, she volunteers her time to work with those who've experienced domestic violence and intimate partner violence. After 16 years at Marrakesh, working her way up into leadership positions, Ebony realized her limitations of a bachelor's degree in the helping professions. She says, after advancing my degree and obtaining my licensed professional counseling certificate, I can serve various populations. Acquiring my LPC license will provide me the opportunity to help all family members seeking help for those impacted by mental illness, substance abuse, and mental disabilities. Ebony's ultimate goal is to teach at a community college to share her knowledge with future human service providers. Ebony, they will be blessed to learn from you. Congratulations. A Beta Rho Phi Alpha Honor Society member, Sky Orizetti, earned her master's in social work from Southern Connecticut State, where she had previously earned a Dean's List bachelor's in psychology and public health. She is using her skills as a research associate for the APT Foundation, coordinating participants and medical providers, managing data, and ensuring compliance with established protocols. Sky is New Haven born and bred, and says, I have witnessed and experienced the positive impact of the nonprofit industry in Greater New Haven, both through working at APT and my time as someone who was very ill. Having been in the vulnerable position of needing to seek and accept help as I endured cancer treatment, I acquired a heightened sense of compassion, understanding, and empathy. In continuing to work with APT as I grow, learn, develop, and further my clinical skills, I hope to offer a multifaceted impact. The nonprofit industry in New Haven is an admirable force. It is forged through strength, determination, passion, equality, and equanimity. I hope to continue to bring forth all of these strengths and carry the light toward an ever impactful nonprofit industry. Sky, we are proud to support you on this journey. Those are our graduate student grant recipients. They will have payments made on their graduate student loans over the next 2 years. There'll be 4 payments made, and we have classes behind them that were grant recipients that we're still paying student loans on. We don't pay off the loans, but a little bit helps. So that's where we are happy to support. Now, let me once again offer congratulations to all of our awardees, and thank you all for your attention. I'm going to turn the program over now to the tireless person who keeps the Nonprofit Resource Council together, our own Elizabeth Herlihy.
Thank you, Jackie. Oh my gosh, this is such an exciting day. It's almost as exciting as those days when we let the folks know who won. One thing I can tell you, what I have learned over the last 8 months during the pandemic is that our nonprofits have risen. They have risen to the occasion. They have made things happen as they always have tirelessly. So I want to congratulate not only our 4 awardees today, but I also want to make sure that I congratulate every nonprofit that is out there that's not on the podium today. So thank you for everything you do. I also want to thank the graduate students that when I called them and said, we have selected you. I can't even tell you, you would have thought I was calling and telling them they had won the lottery. They have given time, they have given money, they have given up things. They are in a career that is somewhat thankless, but we thank you today, graduate students. So on behalf of the Greater New Haven Chamber of Commerce, I want to make sure to put it out there. We want to help all the nonprofits. This is a nonprofit resource council. And at the Chamber of Commerce, we do provide that resource. So please, if you're sitting out there, remember you are part of one big community. And at the Chamber, we want to make sure that you know that you are not out there by yourselves, nonprofits. Today, we've seen an amazing athlete start his own nonprofit. We have seen an organization that two organizations blended together so they could serve a population stronger. We've also seen a woman who has tirelessly dedicated her entire life to a nonprofit. And I also want to make sure, how could I not forget the fact that we've got Dave Greco and the folks at Arte. So I want to definitely let you know that we have got some really exciting moments coming up. I am going to be turning it over to Garrett Sheehan, I promise you. But I want to make sure that everybody stays tuned at 9 o'clock to watch Bill Strickland, who has written the book, Making the Impossible Possible. And as I thought about today, that is what we are all doing. So I'm going to turn it back over to Garrett Sheehan. Garrett, thanks so much, and go back to you.
Thanks, Betsy, and thank you to Jackie as well. A great program. Congratulations to all of our honorees, and thank you to Mutual of America as well for sponsoring it. Just great to hear the stories. You're doing incredible work, and please keep it up. Our community truly does need it.